Hello everyone, from Tony the Scargos. Today I'm here to talk with you about the Unreal glasses. So these super tiny glasses, the augmented reality glasses that come from China and try to challenge the HoloLens and Magic Leaps. But how are they? So discover it with me. So what you have here is the Unreal Light in all its greatness. So it's made of three pieces. The first one is of course the glasses, and here you can see the tracking cameras and another RGB camera that is used if you want to add a video stream to your application or access to the camera stream to do some kind, for instance, of object recognition, something like that. This is the nose holder, so you can put your nose here and it's more comfortable. Here you can see the fancy design. Here it is designed by Unreal. You can see also this is a bit elastic. Here you are the speakers, one on the right, one on the left. And then here you have two buttons. This one is to adjust the brightness and this one is to adjust the volume. So pretty simple. Also very light. Here is the sensor to detect if you are wearing the glasses or not. So this is how the glasses are made. I'll let you have another look. I think they're very trendy. When you wear it, they're like fashion glasses. I love it. They're also very light. And here you can see the optics when there is the mirror and the final reflection on the screen. When they are lit, here you can see some the images that is projected on your screen. So connected with a wire, with a USB-C port, you have the computational unit. And here you can see the level charge. It is green because it is turned on. And now it is 75% charged. The USB cable to the glasses, turn on, turn off button, some vent for the air. And here there is a USB micro. I don't know what it is for actually, but it's here. And here you are this handle to attach it to your belt. So you can attach it to your belt, wear your glasses. That's very comfortable. Here connected with the pogo pins. It's a 3DOF controller. Here there is a switch to turn it on and turn it off. Once you turn it on, it becomes green, and here you can push up, left, right, down, and also in the center to confirm. So the computational unit now is a bit warm, but it never gets hot. It's warm because it's in use. When you don't use the controller, you can just attach it magnetically here. So it's very nice gadget in my opinion. So the headset is very comfortable because it is super light, so only 88 grams. The frame sometimes can give some nuisance top of the nose and putting down the top of the ears, so it's not perfect the fit, but it's even not bad, and thanks to the fact it's super light, it's very okay. And the controller instead, while it looks very cool in my opinion, it is not very ergonomic inside the hand, especially if you have to select the down click on the controller. So now the question is, how are the holograms inside the Nreal Light Devkit? And the answer is they're pretty good. The colors are super bright. The FOV is 52 degrees, so it's not bad, especially on the horizontal side, while the vertical one is a bit disappointing, to be honest. The holograms appear also quite opaque, so it's very good if you are indoor. Of course, if you are outdoor instead, the holograms become quite transparent and are mostly useless. Also, the tracking has improved a lot since the last time I tried the glasses in China. So now it is not as stable as the one of the HoloLens. It is like you have things that are really glued to the virtual elements are like glued to the real world. But they move much less than before. So they move a bit when you move in the space, but they're pretty much stable. And I think they work quite well. If you're expecting the visual interface that you've seen in the videos about Unreal, where you have windows around you, virtual elements everywhere, mesh content, interaction, with the dev kit you're going to be a bit disappointed. What we have really now is a mini computational unit running Android 8 that you have to tweak a bit to perform updates, to connect it to Wi-Fi. So you have to connect it with the PC, use script copy, and do a bit of dev and nerd stuff so that to do what you expect to do in a quite easy way. So you require a bit of technical expertise to be able to use it. And also regarding the interface in the device, in the glasses, actually still isn't there because it's a dev kit. So you have just a simple menu, some demos, a very simple setting application. So you have to do everything. It's a device made so that you develop the content, and there is almost nothing now. Unreal also offers a Unity SDK with which you can start implementing your augmented reality applications. It already offers many features out of the box, like multiplayer, like plane detection, image recognition. Soon it will also have hand tracking and such. You can find all the documentation on the website, where there is a reference of the classes. There are some introductory articles, like a quick start to get your first Android project. I also made a first tutorial myself. If you want to check it in the comments of this video. Using it is pretty simple, especially if you use Unity 2018. I started implementing applications with it pretty easily. So, what is my final verdict about Unreal glasses? Well, I think that they are very interesting. So they're not as complex and professional in the full-fledged ecosystem like HoloLens or even the Magic Leap. There's just a start. It's a dev kit. It's not a first consumer or enterprise release. It's still a dev kit. And so a lot of features are missing. You have not hand tracking, you have not a complete management system of the device, you have not complete documentation on the SDK, you have not a lot of things. It's like the early days of, I don't know, of the Oculus, when you had the DK2 maybe, or the DK1. So it can compete on that side on the HoloLens. But on the other side, it's very, very cheap, it's very trendy, it's also super light and fashionable. And the features start to be there. So you have tracking, and the tracking is pretty solid. So it's not like the one of the HoloLens, but you know, it still works. It trembles just a bit when you move your head, but not as much as 1 year ago. You have image tracking, you have hand tracking, you can have record what you do in augmented reality. So you can put objects, whatever you want to start doing augmented reality. This is very, very interesting device in my opinion. So it still has to grow. Probably some things has to be fixed before the final release to the consumer. Sometimes it crashes, sometimes there are some bugs, sometimes it's difficult to find what you want to find on the web about them. But nonetheless, I think they are very, very intriguing as rare devices. And I think that if you're interested in AR, this device you should consider buying because it's very, very interesting. So this is my opinion. Of course, if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. For now, just like, subscribe my videos, and I wish you happy augmented reality. Bye bye.